Hi, everybody. It's Friday. Got to get down on Friday. Not my words, the words of Rebecca Black. What a great song that was. Hope everyone's safe and well. Russ and Miami's 11. If you're new channel, please subscribe and hitting the bell icon. You know the rest, don't you? To be honest, as always, like saying our channel sponsors Untuck It. Check them out in the description below. All their London stores are open, so go check them out in Covent Garden or Westfield, London. Tell them Russ sent you. Hope everyone is safe. Thank you to everyone who turned up last night for the Ludic McCloskey appreciation night. That was a really, really good, fun episode. I really enjoyed it. And Robert Banks is fantastic, and so is Martin. And it was a really good, and I just love them. So I can sit back and just listen to them. Both of them really just talk forever, to be honest. But thank you. There's loads of people turned up, so I really appreciate that. Obviously, we can watch it on catch up. You know, it's just like catch up on YouTube, isn't it? And it's Christmas jumper day for many people. So do I need an excuse to wear a Christmas jumper? I don't think so. I have today my Home Alone Christmas jumper, which has got, for those of you who are a connoisseur of Home Alone, we've got the cheese pizza, although it looks like more like pepperoni, but hey. We've got, what's this? The Eiffel Tower. We've got the flight, because they took the flight. It's all good, man. You got lucky. I'm catching up on the game awards from last night, so I'll be half in. Well, thank you so much, Shaw, for coming in, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. Even it is for 24% less chat. I appreciate you coming in as always. And you'll be very lucky, Shaw, because your Canadian cousin contacted me after the episode, and he's going to be sending me a Canadian snack bundle. For me to try it live on Rusty Rambles. So that's gonna be interesting. Might not be till after Christmas with all the packages and stuff like that in the post, but it's very kind of Dave, because he messaged me and said, look, let's do it. So indeed. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the gaming awards. Hope everyone is well. Phil, hope you're well. Kieran, good day, mate. And Lee, hope you're well as well. Well, we got a question. We're not going to do crisps today. The legend of Sure Gold. He's become a legend in his own lunchtime and or breakfast time for sure. The question I want to ask is, what chocolate bar, be a chocolate anyway, what chocolate bar am I consuming today? Don't know if you can hear it. What chocolate bar am I consuming today, everybody? That's the question. Do you like my new boom arm? It's very good, isn't it? Look at this. It's very good. And what I like about this, and apologies if I keep moving it today, because it's like it's a new one, so I've got to get in the right position. What's so good is, look, you can't see the cable. Probably costs just as much as the bloody mic, but it's yeah. But why not? I fancy the new one, although I don't like this bit yet, but you can't do that with XLR cables for anyone who's very interested. So anyway, obviously, what chocolate bars Russ got? And no. Queen's Ruffle, no, good shot, good shout, but they ran out. They didn't have any in there, unfortunately, sure. So I don't know what you can. So what chocolate bar? And also, the other question today, for those of you who actually want to talk about football, is we've got Dirty Leeds tonight. What are our thoughts? Dirty Leeds tonight, 8:00 on a Friday as well. I'm gonna have to. I haven't even planned out my evening yet, because obviously, it's Kebab Friday. It's Kebab Friday. Well, I'm devastated to find out that Christmas is exactly 2 weeks away, which is a Friday. So I could well miss Kebab Friday. Well, I will be missing Kebab Friday because it won't be open. I'll have to have turkey. Mental, absolutely mental. But yes, what we got here? You was watching the game. Go to bed, man. Go to bed, Lee. God's sake, go to bed, man. Toffee crisp. No, show us your setup. It's not that great. I'll be honest. It looks better you watching it than if I showed you behind the curtain. To be honest, behind us is only a £15. I've got a white wall and a £15 RGB. Actually, tell her I got two £15 RGB lights from Amazon. Just, and I've got a light here. I've got my boom mic with my thing and my little box. I need to get a new box, actually. I might ask for that for Father Christmas. Who knows? Kent Galaxy. No, but you and Kieran are on the right track. You're on the right track. It's Galaxy Summit, but not Ripple today. Would have been too simple for Ripple. Too simple. Yes, Peach. What going on? Peach, who's just got himself onto Instagram after how many years. We're going to get Peach on My Hammers 11 soon. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be an early Christmas present for everyone. Peach on My Hammers 11. Galaxy chocolate bar. It is Galaxy, but what type of Galaxy? I don't think you'll know because you're an American. But if you do, fair play. Fair play. Desmond for tonight. 2-2. Yep. See what I mean? I know what you're talking about, Ken. 2-2. I think we're going to edge it. I don't know. When the chips are down, West Ham come fighting in it. So it's going to be close. There's going to be goals in it. We know there's going to be goals in it because Leeds are very attacking and they always leave something at the back. It all depends about the selection, doesn't it? Now, here he goes. He's got it. Bosh. Phil's got it. Galaxy Caramel. Bosh. That only lasted 6 minutes. Bugger. Phil's going for 2-2. Fo, hope you're well. Leeds kick off 4 p.m. for me. I'll be watching as always from Perth. Nice one, Angus. I love the fact of this little silly little show that we've got Canadians. We've got obviously Shaw Golden, who's now I've recruited him been a West Ham fan. We've got Dave, who's in Canada as well. We've got Kieran. We've obviously got you, Angus, and we've got Peach. We've got Peach in the States as well, man. It's awesome, man. 4:00. So much respect for you guys. Honestly, anyone outside the UK, it's like we interview loads of the guys from sort of West Coast and East Coast America. And I mean, West Coast, usually it's 4:00 in the morning for a 12:00 kickoff at the UK. Mental for you, 4:00, man. Respect. Peach Meow China, yeah. Galaxy Cowboy Lee's got it as well. Can't have a kebab and Christmas dinner on the same date. Sounds great, but you're so good. Where would we get one? Let alone the fact of eating both of them, the practicalities. Oh my God, it'll be shut. Oh, no doubt. Although there'll always be. I used to work in Colindale, and the McDonald's was always open Christmas Day because Colindale's a big Jewish community. But no, it's Jewish, but it's Jewish. It's not halal. It's not kosher. I don't understand that. I always thought that was why it was open Christmas Day. Maybe not. Anyway, so for 5 years I worked there, and I just realised that. But anyway, that's why no one would come with me when I went to McDonald's on a Friday. But anyway, no, it's all good. Yeah, Galaxy Carol tonight. Football. Yep, I'm in Brisbane, 5 a.m. Oh, you see, you get an extra hour. We don't, but you do, but you don't. When I used to do all the stuff in the States, it's like all the time differences used to bugger me up. And then the ones I never get right are your side is APAC, because it always changes. As you said, you got Brisbane, you got Gold Coast time, you got all the different times within Australia. Plus you've got like Singapore time. Oh, does my brain in. What's up? Oh yeah, West Ham totes my goats. Yes, we're playing tonight, mate. We're playing tonight, or your afternoon. It'll be afternoon your time. Check it out, man. Playing dirty Leeds, but it's going to be a really exciting game, I think. We're up against it a little bit, so sorry, Pete. I didn't measure. I do apologise. For some reason, I thought he was in the States, so I do apologise. Another Canadian to add to our Canadian cousin. I do apologise. Let's go get the coffee ready. Oh man, yeah, exactly. And it will just bugger up your time, won't it? So we've got 6 a.m. Angus 6. It's GMT. GMT is 12:28 in the UK, and it's warmed up a little bit though, isn't it? I mean, it's probably bloody hot where Kieran is and Angus are and stuff, but that's it. 2-1. 2-1 West Ham. If it's right, has to follow me on Twitch. I'll follow you on Twitch, sure. I do it anyway, even if West Ham don't win. I'll be honest, I don't go on Twitch a lot. I'll be honest. I need to stream from it because I just figured out how to do it because I click a button. But of course I follow you, man. I need to get an affiliate. Be an affiliate. Is that it? When you get like a certain number of views. I'll be on the West Ham way watching, but hopefully I don't. Oh, fair play, man. Fair play, Angus. Angus, did I send you a message? I want to get you on Lions 11. Give us a shout, man. Send me a DM or something on Twitter. Let's hope we can stop marching on together. Although I like their Amazon Prime. Was it Amazon Prime show they did, which is really, really good. So I enjoyed that. Oh, see, because where Peach is, 3:00 kickoff. It's old school for you, man. I can't dream of a 3:00 kickoff anymore, man. But no, it's mental. What we got here? 3-1 West Ham. Late. Give them a game and a half. I fancy us, but then I fancy us against United. And to be honest, bar 15 minutes, we were doing all right, weren't we? To be honest, so I do fancy us. Or see, Foe always picks the away team. Always a true West Ham fan. That is a true West Ham fan response. Was 30 degrees here? Well, shut up. God, I feel like 30 degrees in this jumper. Actually, no, it's not too bad today. But no, it's one of those quite a thin one. I love a Christmas jumper, and I'll be wearing them pretty much every day next week for the next couple of weeks anyway. So Peach is going strong. 3-0 Irons. 3-0, man. That's good. That's good. Well, we got to get you guys ready tonight. We've got a little fun Hammers 11 update video, picking an 11 from everyone who's only been picked once within the My Hammers 11 250 interview so far. It's quite funny. We've had quite a few people already been picked once, so I thought I'd do that rather than do anything too taxing for you guys, because I know you want to get ready for the match. So it's just a little funny video. But we'll have the should have some of the ex-player game shows up this weekend, which will be good. We've got the first one. We'll have Trevor Sinclair, Jimmy Walker, Kevin Keane, and Steve Jones. And the second one will have Steve Jones, Martin Allen, and Tim Breaker. So we've got two, and we'll probably put one out Saturday, one out on Sunday. So make sure you keep an eye on for that. And it all goes to charity in terms of Iron supporting food banks and the new recorder toy pill. Then next week we'll do a couple of charity things as well, just to get some coffers in for those guys when it comes up to Christmas. Think Leeds will win 2-0. We'll be fast. And yeah, there's a trouble in it. The back line untested. Diop up front. Oh, we'll see. Yeah, I mean, I don't know whether going 3 whether going 5 at the back really, because you think, Cresswell, if Diop came into the back 3, say, and Cress played wing back, it's going to be more like it's going to be like almost like a right fullback, really, left fullback, really, isn't it? So, or maybe Cress comes in, stays there, and Ben Johnson goes left wing back. Who knows, man? I don't know. Or we go to 4 at the back. I don't know. I do not know. Let's have a look. Let's got a jet, boys. Okay, mate. Take care. Have a safe day. Appreciate you coming in, mate. Stay safe. Foe has to yeah, exactly. That's the rule. Do you have a Christmas? Do you know? I don't. I saw one at the West Ham shop at Lakeside the other day. I'm forever blame balls. It said in it. So I may well purchase that. I don't really. I mean, it's obvious, isn't it, for me to have a West Ham Christmas jumper? To be perfectly honest, maybe a formation change, possibly. Maybe. Thanks, Angus. I just got your message through on Twitter. Thanks for that. We'll get you on. And yeah, maybe going to a 4-3-3. But would you get 4-3-3 away? But I suppose nowadays it's not really away from home, really, is it? Because there's no fans, and obviously Leeds is tier 3 at the moment. Chances I will be in tier 3 by next week anyway. So, who knows what's going on? I don't know what's going on in the Palace game. You don't know, do you, mate? But yeah. So I don't think it's going to be much. I don't think. I don't know. We'll see, man. We'll see. I fancy, if we can, I'd prefer the 4-2-3-1. I'll be honest, just because with Deck and Souček in that sort of that 2, and that it just gives you that extra protection. And it'd be interesting to see what team Leeds put out, if they've put the team out that Bielsa says is putting out. It's ballsy, and it's ballsy for both ways. It's ballsy if he did it, and everyone goes, "Oh, fair enough." And the next time we'll put it out, and it'll be all different. But I think it's quite funny. Peach, your rapping is class, and your energetic vibe is great. Big up, Peach, man. Big up, Peach. And as he says, a respect. 4-3-3 is the way, Kent reckons. Who am I to disagree? Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? Yeah, so 4-3-3. So you're playing Cresswell right back, left back rather. You're playing Obona. You're playing Balbuena. You're playing Sufal. 3 in midfield. Who are you playing? Are you playing Souček, Rice, and Fornals? And then Bowen, Haller, and Barama. That ain't a bad. I mean, that's probably the side. I think if you're playing 4-3-3, that's where you'll play, wouldn't it? But or would you play Diop up front alongside Barama? Or Yama? I mean, Yama, deliberately, wanted to play in that 23 game to show he could play. And he's second top scorer ever for Ukraine as well. Thank you very much. As I said, it's Home Alone. Don't try to show my belly, but I'm trying to show you this Home Alone in it. Love Home Alone. Love that film. Tore it out in public. Yeah, I do. Went to the co-op today to get my Galaxy camera. Thank you very much. And I had my Ugg boots on as well because I was cold and I didn't give a crap. I'd agree 4-3-3, especially with Masuaku out. Do you know what? Part of me thought that was so like random, that Masuaku thing. You know, it was all, and I think he had it on Instagram, and then he got taken down. And then I thought, and I was like, oh, could you imagine if he just pranked us all? Part of me thought it was a prank to start with because it just came out of nowhere. And I don't know why it hasn't been. If that was being booked in, surely we've had a bit of notice, but I don't know. I don't know. Is Palace the night before? No, Palace is the Wednesday, isn't it? I think. Is it? Am I right? I think Palace is actually the Wednesday when the potential restrictions will be coming in. But I imagine if they would come in, they probably would come in. Just looking at the fixtures. I'm pretty sure it is the Wednesday. I hope so because I've booked a half day off then. Yes, Wednesday. So it is Wednesday, and Fulham also are playing, and Arsenal are playing. So there's 3 London teams all playing that day. So I'd imagine if that happens, I think they review it on the Wednesday, on the 16th. I think they believe. So it might still be on, and then they change it on the Thursday. I don't know. Who's on that left wing? They wouldn't have it, man. I don't think we'd have a left wing back. Because you're playing 4, wouldn't you? You play 4, so you wouldn't have a wing back. You'd have Cress at left back. What we got here? Home Alone, pure fire. 4 fires from Foe. 141. Yeah, 191. That's great. Why not pack it in? You know, just line everyone up in the goal, and then just put like people on people's shoulders, and just like barricade the goal for 90 minutes. Why not? Play for the draw. I didn't realise he had an injury problem. I didn't realise either. You know, apparently he's been going for 2 years. It said on his Instagram post. So who knows? Explains the substitutions. It could do. But then I think the Villa game. But then it was a complete change of formation, though, wasn't it? So you'd have to have taken Masuaku. But then Man United, he kept Masuaku on, didn't he? And he played up sort of. They went to 4 at the back, if I remember correctly, and he sort of for a while was playing left wing. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what happened. That was random. Russ Masuaku, aka Stenaki. Yeah, I mean, it just out of the blue, wasn't it? It really has been out of the blue. And I remember all the hoo-ha when he's going to be injured. He came back early from the international break, the first one after lockdown. It was like, oh my god, that's our system all buggered up. But yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. How it just came out of the blue. Unless he got, there might be 2 ways. One way might be that Moyes maybe was going to go back to a 4 at the back anyway. So Masuaku had some game time to. I don't know. Maybe he was going to. It was an obvious choice. They wouldn't have. If it was a niggly injury, I reckon for the last 2 years he's been playing injured or he's been playing in pain, then that's good for his career. But obviously, there must have been a reason for it. They wouldn't have done that. Moyes is famous for making forced injury subs and really late. But you know, although, you know, as we said, the Villa one, that was proper ballsy of him. You know, that wasn't injuries, that was inspiration. So yeah, I think, to be honest. But would you give? I'd keep it as it is. You know, I'd keep the 3 at the back with Cress and Balbuena, and I'd put Johnson on. I mean, to be honest, people forget when he was during pre-season, and I think also for a couple of the cup games, he played the left. Because everyone thought he was going to be the right back guy, wouldn't he? And so I'd give him a go. Just because, you know, you got to think he'll have the nous to go forward as well, but also defensively to go back. So we'd be stronger, I'd suggest. But I mean, Phil echoes me. I'd go keep the 5 at the back and put Ben Johnson in. But I mean, the great thing is there's these options now. You know, the squad does have options. You know, by Masuaku being injured or going for this operation, you know, it's bad, but the world hasn't ended. If that makes sense. There's ways to, and I mean, Kent's done a great shout. Snoddy at left wing back. Why not? Why not? Do you know what I mean? I think he could definitely offer something there. I mean, bloody, you know, what's his face? Felipe Anderson used to play left back at Lazio for some games, you know, and so for that, it's not. It's about sort of. And could you imagine if you got Snoddy and Bowen on the same team in terms of the quality of the delivery coming in? Would be fantastic. And Leeds are a bit sus when it comes to, you know, their defense isn't that great. In all honesty, it's not. You know, obviously because Ben White was a massive member from last season, and obviously he's doing bits at the moment. So Brighton. So who knows, man? I'd keep five at the back, especially against Leeds. They do, and we traditionally. But then, even with the five at the back, we don't dominate possession, do we? So we will have 30% of possession. We pretty much know what's going to happen. We'll have 30% of possession, and it's all about the counter attack. And I think that's where Leeds are not the strongest. They always give something else, don't they? So Snoddy not quick. No, he doesn't. But I don't think he has to be quick enough. I don't think he has to be quick enough. I think it's been there as an extra body with an extra bit of nous about him. Now, it probably won't be that position. I think it'll probably Ben Johnson, but it's a great idea to put Snoddy left wing back, I think, as well. We need to try and keep the balance on each side. Yeah, you're right. And so you would, you know, I wouldn't say Kufal is lightning, but he's a strong right wing back. He can get up and down the channels. Snoddy would be, he'd give it a good go as well. Who knows, man? Snoddy against his former team, yeah. Risky, with their pace, could be. But then Snoddy's an old head, isn't he? He's not wet behind the ears. So if he's getting done for pace or whatever, he'll be hanging back a little bit. But then you've got the quality of his deliveries up to Haller as well, if Haller plays. And then obviously that's where Haller's at the strongest, when he's got people running off him. And if he's got Bowen, if he's got Benrahma, both running off him, it could be good. Could be very strong. Right wing back, yeah. But Masuaku left wing back, Felipe Anderson right wing back, sorted. Can't see any problems there. That boy we signed from Man United. Yeah, he's back in training, isn't he? He looks good, doesn't he? Meepo. Kent will tell me who he is. Meepo, can't remember his surname. Yep, yes, it. I think you're right there, mate. I know it's risky, but I want to keep left footed on that side. Mate, I think it'd just be interesting. You know, why not, man? I think I think it'll be Ben Johnson. I think it'll be Ben Johnson, who's obviously not a left-footed player. He's a right-footed player, I believe, isn't he? He might. I'm pretty sure he's dominated. Jazz thinks is a no, slow. Yeah, maybe. But then he can always tuck in, and then you've got like three quite combative midfielders there, and then Fornals can sort of drift out a little bit more to the right. You know, there's lots of options. Chuck, how are you doing, man? Nice of you to join in. That's it. AD, yep. I can't pronounce your surname. I don't want to ruin it. Yeah, no, definitely. I think there's what we got here. What's VAR going to do in the game? Yeah. What's VAR? How's VAR going to screw us over this week? Who knows? But no, I think every game. I mean, I'm. So yeah, apologies. I told you, just got to make sure I got used to where I want to position this. Once it's positioned, I can just push it away, and I can push it back. But I just got to put it in the right place, so I'm happy with it. Yeah, VAR is always going to be our problem, is it? Is Michael Oliver the ref? I think JP said in his one. Michael Oliver. That was that Man United game. Literally every ref, or every official who seems to be against West Ham was playing in that game. It was like, not conspiracy, but there was so many, you know, referees who don't have a good game against us. Positioning is very suspect. It can be. But I just think I think in that position, I mean, yeah, the fact is Masuaku he's not a left back. But he plays that role. He's perfect for him, that left wing back. He just fits him so well, doesn't he? So, but as Fosis, what about maybe someone from the Longello? He's from the under 23s, isn't it? I believe. It's a shame because do you know, I'm a big fan of the boy Ashby. I think he's mustard, but he's injured. I think he's out for the rest of the season or the rest of this year for sure. He's mustard. I think him done. He's right back not gets caught. He does. He gets caught up quite a lot, and you can see sometimes he's sort of a little bit hesitant about where to go. It's almost like he's played right back for so long that you don't necessarily have to learn how to play the right wing back position. And that's why Bowen comes back quite a lot, doesn't he? To double up. He does a lot of tracking back. Bowen, I mean, he's his work rate is phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. I think he's a fan. I think it's brilliant, and he always puts in 100%. Good shout. So he's the captain of the under-23s. Yep. Kieran would start Fredericks if fits. Interesting. Sort of the forgotten man of the right back position, isn't he, for Ryan Fredericks? Would you start Fredericks above Kufal? Or sorry, Sufal, he prefers to be called. Interesting. Just get a win, put your heart and soul into it. As Ken said, I think he's gone for a Desmond and a Desmond 2-2. And if it's a 2-2, but we play well and we have a go, I think that's the important thing. As I think when we had when I was on Friday Night Pint with Ryan last week, he said the mark of a good team is how they bounce back from losing, back from adversity. And so, obviously Saturday, first half we were all absolutely all over United, weren't we? We just couldn't score, and then that 15-minute period just buggered us up. So it'll be interesting to see how we puts the performance we put in. And I would assume that this week, Moisey was a Pardew. God, how long was it? Moisey and the team will be drumming it into him. But I mean, what about? Here he goes. Thoughts. I'm just going to throw it out there. What about Fornals as a left wing back and bringing in Mr. Noble into the middle? So you've got three really central midfielders whacking on Fornals on the left wing back. That's just an idea. I'd shits and giggles me, but it's an idea. But we know. Well, I'm pretty sure it's gonna. We don't really know who we're playing for. So again, it's interesting. If we don't know what's going to happen, how the hell is Bielsa going to know what's going to happen? Because he doesn't know. We don't know. We support him every week. I think Ashby will be legendary status. I totally agree. He's still learning. No, I agree. We're going to lose momentum going forward with Johnson because he's right-footed. No, exactly. And he'll always check inside, isn't it? I'm very much similar to you, Ken. I always think people should play on their dominant foot. So I hate wingers who are sort of inverse wingers. It really annoys me because naturally, they want to cut inside, where a job of a winger is to play on the wing and is to get to the wing and to cross it in my theory. So, so it's always going to be a case of, that's why I like Bowen, but Bowen drifts in now, but I like Bowen because he's on the right wing and he plays right footed. And I think obviously Ben Rama, if he plays, is left footed. So there's natural width already because they want to play on their dominant foot. Fredericks does give us more pace, but then he talks about Sufal being suspect at back. I think that's an issue with Fredericks is sometimes he's got the pace going forward and maybe that's what you want, but I think you've got the pace already with Bowen. But then you've got the overlap pace as well, haven't you? So Bowen holding up, which is like what he wants to do, and checks his run, brings his striker in and then flicks it over. But not my favourite player. Okay, fair enough. Russ, what's your thoughts on Nolan and Psychos? I love them. Honestly, I think that's one of the things which is key to this new mentality West Ham have. It's not just David Moyes, but David Moyes he's built a fantastic backroom staff. No denying that. You've got players there, ex-players, like, in terms of PSC, Nolan. These guys would always put it in at West Ham. They'd always be 100%. You couldn't fault their commitment. And I think it's the same true. They live that game. They live West Ham. They live the team, and you can see the way they interact. Not just them, but obviously Alan Irvine. You've got I can never remember that Phelan, and clearly one of the reasons why we've become a tougher team is because of Nolan and Stuart Pearce's involvement. No doubt. As you said, you look at the corners. And Antonio, when he was playing, would play that Kevin Nolan, stand on the goalkeeper's toes role. That's what he does in the corners. And you go back and watch games when Nolan played for West Ham, that's his role. He would stand there on the goalkeeper's toes and block the goalkeeper going in. And we're nasty in there. I mean, how many times now do we score with throw-ons and crosses into the box and corners? 2-3 years ago, we weren't scoring that many goals, obviously, with the exception of Payet's deliveries, but we weren't scoring corners. We weren't scoring, crosses into the box, headers in, we weren't scoring those types of goals, but we are now. Yeah, but it seems to be, and the fact that obviously you got Haller scoring that cracker against United and stuff like that. We're scoring a mix of goals now. And there's always looks like a goal in our team, which is something which we haven't had for a long, long time. Is a team which scores goals. We have a team which might eke out a 1-0 win, but we always look like we're going to score, and I think that's a really, really good attitude to have being a West Ham fan. Paul Nevin, thank you. I see a T-sheet with that same order, Fornals, Barami ahead of him, but who knows? It's true. It's true. Who knows, man? We'll see, man. I think it's exciting. The inverted winger doesn't help. No, it doesn't. No. Exactly. And so, and I think that's you can see there's frustration in Haller when he plays, because he wants the ball there and he doesn't get it there. As you said, he gets then the runner will check in and then the momentum's lost. I mean, he's quite, he could outpace a centre back. Haller can. We know he can. If it's an average centre back, I reckon he could outpace him. And it's his link up play when he plays with people off him. That's where, I mean, he scored. They scored a lot of goals in Frankfurt. There was a lot of assists there, because he had two runners either side of him. He had Rebic and Jovic, Tamala, and he could have them with Barami and Bowen easily. You can see there's the pace of them two. And I mean, I didn't see a lot of Brentford last couple of years. Martin Godliman, and he waxes lyrically about Said and I'm not being funny. The guy's come on, he's done 2 feet. He hasn't even played a game of football, and he's got 2 assists. You know what I mean? And Pete agrees with me, so that's good. Yeah, it said absolutely essential. Absolutely essential. We did say this, Chuck. How about Snoddy? Some people say maybe we'd lose the pace. I think what you get with apart from pace, is the crossing. And how many times have we crossed the ball in from the left side? Usually Cresswell into the box and got a goal. Could you imagine if it was a delivery like a Snoddy delivery into the box? That's what I was thinking. It's about sort of the quality of the ball in. It's almost like, in hockey, I don't know, but in hockey you have a penalty taker who's on the bench. So there's a penalty. They'll sub the penalty taker in to take the penalty or take the short corner, and then they'll sub him back out. That's how I see Snoddy. He's almost, you'd have him on the pitch. He'd be another body there. But then when it came to those crosses into the box, fantastic. The best cross of the box, the best crosser we've got in the club. Slightly better than Bowen. I think Bowen's a very close number 2, but that's what I think. The only thing about Antonio mate, I've been saying this all the time. Go back and listen to Miami's 11s when Antonio gets picked. Why he hasn't done the chicken dance to Kevin Nolan, I don't get. Yeah, my only assumption is he must have Kevin Nolan must have it what's it called? Trademarked. He must have it trademarked, and that's why. And so he can't do it. But it'd be so funny, wouldn't it? That would be so funny. Really, do you think so? I think. Do you know what? And for me, obviously there was all the hoo-ha when he left. Bar that one game, ironically the first game he played, I haven't heard much about him in the papers or anything, to be honest. And I think he's still very lightweight. I think a left wing back he'd be very lightweight. And I just think, I mean, everyone has their own opinion, but I think personally, I don't think he would be good at that in that position. He's too attack minded as well, but interesting. And it would have been an interesting thing we could add. What's your favourite Leeds memory as a neutral? Well, I went to see quite a few of the Champions League games when I was at university because my housemate was Don Revie's grandson, so we got some tickets. So that's always that sort of Lebo year of Rio and Dominic Matteo and people like that. I used to love Tony Yeboah. I think he used to be such an exciting player. Harry Kewell, that had some really good players back. Alan Smith, back in the day, they used to be really, really exciting. I like the documentary series they've had. I think it's 2 series they've had now on Amazon Prime. That's really good. I think it's called Marching On Together, but it's quite a good one because it's all about the Bielsa basically era. And he's a phenomenally, what's the word? Interesting man. And the fact that you've got guys like Pep and people like that who sort of say that he's their inspiration is just showing you what a great. The fact was they didn't necessarily, because one of my friends is a Leeds fan. They didn't even know if Bielsa was going to be there for the season. He didn't sign an extension until like late in the summer. It's just mental, but we'll see, man. Is he right-footed? Well, there you go. So that totally disproves everything we say. So maybe put Bowen on the left and then Brahma on the right. Then they won't be inverted. My apologies, Kent. For some reason, I assumed that Bowen was right-footed. I don't know why, but I go with your learned knowledge, Russ. I think we might be defensive more. We are going to be more defending more. That's just matter of fact. That's what we're going to be doing. So we're going to only have 30% of possession. We know that 35, 30. No more than 40%. That happens when Man City comes to our place. So that happened with Fulham. I think in Villa we had those little small percentages. So it's about having, when we have the opportunity to go forward, we go at pace. So I think Brahma needs to start. I think he needs to start as well. But we're not the manager, are we? We don't get paid. We don't get paid to pick the team and stuff. So we'll see, man. We'll see what happens. But I think it's gonna be interesting. But yeah, Mark Viduka, he was quality, wasn't he? Mark Viduka. They had a great team, that Leeds team. And I love Nigel Martin as a goalkeeper as well. They had Lee Bowyer. I always remember Toye Bow and that goal he scored, and he just like twatted it, and it sort of like ricocheted off the crossbar, and they were great. They were a great side. It's great they're back in the Premier League. Do you know what I mean? He's great because they're one of the big teams which were floundering a bit, and got their act together and got the infrastructure in place. And obviously Angus Kinnear, who used to work for West Ham, he's the CEO there as well. So there's a West Ham connection there. It's good to see. It's good to see, isn't it? Because great shout, Phil. Danny Mills, man. Danny Mills. Yeah. Great player though. Great player. And just solid, wasn't he? And obviously played many games for England. See how put it in the box, but Bowen took it off and scored. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He put it into the box for Haller, but then Bowen was cutting in from the right to get the goal. If Grady wasn't through the academy, there'd be no fuss. It's good money for Grady at the moment. It's only a bad deal for Ripster. Of course it is. Of course, it's hindsight, isn't it? It's all in hindsight, isn't it? Hindsight now. I mean, if he was top of the Opta indexes and stuff now, and we go, 18 million. But you look at throughout the years, Joe Cole, Glenn Johnson, these guys came for a lot of money in retrospect to what Grady's going for. 18 to 20 million, something like that. That's a lot of money for a young lad who hasn't played a whole heap of Premier League football. And I suppose in retrospect, you look at sort of Ollie Watkins and Barham, how much they'll cost, but their potential, and he's potential as well. But I always think, we send you don't send people out on loan without a reason. And he was sent out on loan to West Brom last season because he wasn't going to get in the first team, and he played a few games when he came back and he looked good, and but I just think still he's a little bit too lightweight for my opinion, but. He could change. Good luck to him. I mean, we always like, West Ham boys, as long as they don't score against us, we don't care who they score against. And as long as he scores, it's like Tottenham and they don't win the league because of it. That's all good, isn't it? Harry Kewell was quality, man. But anyway, okay, so there's sort of a rough consensus that apart from, I think Kent wants it says 2-2. I think Lee said 2-2. Everyone else thought it was going to be a win apart from Foe. So we'll see what happens on tonight. As I said, keep an eye out for the ex-player game shows that we'll be having will be popping up this week, and one probably Saturday, one probably Sunday, all for the Irons Point Food Banks and Ewan Recorder. Woodgate, great shout. Jonathan Woodgate, great defender he was. Played for Real Madrid, same as Julien Faubert. So do you think you're going to get a left back? Striker, I think, is a priority more for us. I think left back we can make do. Left wing back if Masuaku's injured. In all honesty, I think Ben Johnson. We listed off 4 or 5 players, but striker I think is an area which we struggle for. Kieran's gone for 2-2 as well. But keep an eye out for that. We've got we've got one tomorrow. I think tomorrow we'll have the Jimmy Walker, Trevor Sinclair Kevin Keane and Steve Lomas game show, which was very funny, because they were all like on the wine. I think we recorded about 9 o'clock, and I think Jimmy sent me a message at 5 o'clock, and he just said, "Look, I'm opening up my bottle of wine already, Russ." So they were all quite half cut, and Steve Jones was very, very funny in it, as you can imagine. And then on Sunday, we've got Steve. We've got another game show with Martin Allen, the Mad Dog, Tim Breaker, and Steve Jones. So that's gonna be that's a funny one as well, because Mad Dog's just Mad Dog. Just Mad Dog, isn't he? And he said, "Can I be silly on it?" And I was like, I said yes. I stupidly said yes. And I wish I hadn't, but I'm joking. I'm glad, mate. That's the whole point. That's what the whole thing of this channel is about. Memories, man. Everyone's got personal memories and where they were at this game, where we were at that game. And that's what we do. We categorize them. We've got some great interviews coming up next week. Some ex-players coming up next week as well. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. We've got a good couple of weeks on the lead up to Christmas. So, yeah, the old Strongbow was cool, man. As much as a player coming down. Possibly, yeah. Possibly with King. Get it all down to money, and it down to the money and who goes and who comes. But anyway, Max, good afternoon. We're just leaving. I'm just finishing. But anyway, take care, everyone. Stay safe. Make sure you watch those charity things we put up today, tomorrow and Sunday. It's all for charity. And big win tonight, boys. Big win tonight. Kieran's off to bed because he's got to be up. He's got to watch the game at 4 a.m. So fair play, man. Anyway, from me, take care, everyone. Stay safe. Wash those hands. Come on your wines. Big game tonight. And until next time, take care, everyone. Much love. Bye-bye.